In this lesson, we will look at a variety of methods used by meteorologists to forecast both storms and daily weather. Students will try to make a few simple instruments to provide information about wind, barometer, and rain gauge, and see how accurate they can predict the weather after collecting different kinds of data for 5 days. A weather vane is the first instrument. Students will need to transfer the pattern for a weather vane in the student journal appendix to a piece of thick, stiff paper, such as a file folder. Parents should help the students as needed in cutting the stiff paper, balancing the vane, and pushing a straight pin. After cutting both pieces, students will cut a 1 inch or 3 centimeter slit in each end of a drinking straw and slide the front and the back pieces of the arrow into the slits. They should tape the arrow pieces securely to the straw, making sure everything is lined up. Laying the arrow on their finger, they should move back and forth until it is balanced. And then mark this spot and push a straight pin from the upper side through the straw into the pencil eraser. Students can test the instrument by holding the pencil in front of a hairdryer or fan. They can now take the wind vane and compass outside to determine the direction from which the wind is blowing. They should document the wind direction, an estimation of the force of wind, the date, and the time. All should be recorded on the weather chart. The next instrument is a simple barometer. Students will fill a plastic 1-liter bottle about 2/3 full with water and add a few drops of food coloring. They should quickly flip the bottle upside down in a clear cup, adding water if needed to be about half full. They will make a line and a number 1 in a permanent marker to show the level on day 1. The next day, they will do the same, making a line and a number 2 to show the level of water. If the water is rising, write rising on the weather chart. If falling, write falling on the weather chart. A rain gauge is the simplest instrument to make. All they need is a metal can about 6 inches tall or taller and a flat open outside space. Secure it with a couple bricks or rocks. They should check at the same time each day and pour any water out from rain or snow. For no rain, mark this as 0. Students should record as much as they can on the weather chart and forecast for 5 days in a row. They should include the types of clouds they see in the sky should they recognize them. They should read the science stuff on page 73 before trying to forecast the weather. They should actually have enough information to make an accurate forecast for the next day. Joseph Henry did a great deal to make the United States one of the world's leading countries in science and technology. Life was not always fair to Henry, but he lived his life with the goal of being useful to others. Encourage the students to read the article on page 75 in the textbook, as well as other books about him.